Hey, what's good, bro? Test. Hello and welcome to the Gymnastics Network. I am your host, Isaac Hammett. Today I am joined by two people. I'm actually joined by Cannon Johnson and Fabian Valdez, both here in the studio with me, helping me do the show today, and it's going to be a good one. As you can see, we're just waiting for the judges and athletes. Looks like they're just finishing up the rounds of warm-ups here. And during this time, we're going to have our guests go in and introduce themselves while we wait for Stanford to lead us off.
All right. Hey, I'm Roshan. I did 4 years at Cal, and I did a 5th year at Stanford last year. And I will be the Cal representative for today.
Hey everybody, Josiah Eng here. Former student athlete at Stanford for the gymnastics team, graduated in 2020, and looking forward to seeing a good show for you guys.
Well, we are very, very excited to have you guys today. It's going to be a blast. So, man, I mean, this is like one of the first competitions that we've ever had, especially on the Gymnastics Network, that has to do that actually gets to be done in person. We haven't had that experience yet, and this is going to be the first time. So, as you can see, I believe Cal is on Pommel horse, and Stanford's going to start on the floor. This is all taking place at Stanford's facility. I know, Josiah, you've competed there many times. What's kind of the energy like at one of these meets?
I mean, going up against Cal, the big meet, the big flip-off, always a lot of good energy just because with the Stanford-Cal rivalry. Unfortunately, we don't have any people in the stands right now, but normally it's a very high-energy meet.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 big flip-offs every year, and this year's definitely not an exception to that.
All right, well, it looks like we're jumping into our first routine here from, I believe that's Colt Walker. This is Colt Walker's first time being on the floor this year. This is actually, Colt competed, I believe, on Friday, but he didn't do that many events. So I think Colt's going to be coming back out here trying to do a little bit more. Cannon, why don't you take the play-by-play here?
Yeah, absolutely. Colt is appearing that he's going to be pressing up into his wide arm press handstand. We talk about you have to hold that for 2 seconds. And Colt, being a really good gymnast, clearly does that. Here goes 1.5, punch 1.5 with a little bit of a bobble there. As probably going to be gearing up for his dismount. Any pass now. Nice double full, and that's going to be the end of it.
Solid stick, get that extra 1/10 bonus.
Yeah, that was a really good routine from Colt. A C dismount, which I feel like Colt being such a great gymnast, I feel like he should be doing a triple twist. I feel like I have seen him do a triple full. But nonetheless, getting the stick is always going to be the smartest decision. And that was a really good lead-off score.
Man, it looks like we're already on to our first competitor on the horse. I guess they're just flying by today. But here we go with Kyle Abe for Cal on horse. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the whole routine, but from what I understand, this is an in-person meet, so I guess the judges are just ready to go at the will here. We do have a straw poll today again, just to kind of enlighten everybody, so everybody knows what's going on here. I'm trying to get that up in the chat for us while we're awaiting here. We are going really fast.
Yeah. Just the nature of in-person meets is being able to have the go away from their athlete and from the judge in person. It's a lot faster than having to travel through the internet and wait for someone to click a couple buttons.
True.
So we should be expecting a little bit of a faster meet here.
Up next, I think we have Brandon Briones, sophomore for Stanford's team. I think from Arizona, if I believe.
Yeah, from ASU Sports Kids.
Fun fact about Brandon, last year we did this thing where you had to earn your gear if you wanted to get it early. And This was probably like halfway through preseason, so we started doing like sequences and halves on our events. And Brandon went an entire floor practice without missing a single stick, and so Brandon earned the optimal or the top piece of gear here in a backpack for that. And so he's known as backpack on the team.
Backpack. He went a
Sticky
whole
feet.
floor practice without any missed landings, all sticks
Yeah.
from front flip all the way up to his hardest pass. That is absolutely insane. That just speaks to how good Brandon is as a gymnast. Junior national team like his entire life, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely one of the greats. Gonna be looking to go for the Olympics, but here he goes for his first pass. Nice double, small hop forward. Nice full punch double twist, so a C to D connection. Really hard gymnastics. And a double
Brandon's
front.
known for being one of the cleanest gymnasts in all of college gymnastics.
Yeah, I mean, you could see it in all these lines. Look at that. That was an absolutely textbook 2.5 punch half. The 2.5 was really high, and the punch half stayed just as high. Beautiful stick position. Here it goes, transitioning into his wide arm press. And Brandon is just so clean, man. He doesn't give anything up.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power from not that much of a run. You'll see he walks into a lot of his passes, and you see the same thing on high bar too. So he's able to generate so much power from like almost nothing, which is it's rare.
It looks like he's gearing up for his dismount as well. It looks like
Another
Brandon's going to be
double
playing
full.
it safe as well, and he's going to be finishing with a double full today. Nice stick. He got some sticks in there. I believe he had I think he had 3 missed landings. He had his double that he took a hop on, and his other 2. And everything else was a stick. Really good routine from Brandon. But now we're going to be looking at senior captain Caleb Rickard here on the Pommels.
Man, Caleb can put it down on that horse, man. Every time I get to watch him, it's a treat. Fan of the show. Really, really, really hard worker. He puts up so much for every single person, or on every single event. Oh, man. That's not what you want to see.
Sadly fell off in that tongue fei. But, yeah, Caleb has been a crucial part to their success. And if Cal wants to come out of here with a W on the record, they're going to need Caleb to step it up and really put it down on all the events.
Yeah, and Caleb's a junior actually. Cal actually doesn't have any seniors on the team right now, so
I
the
always say
team's
that.
only going to be getting better next year.
I always say that. There he goes finishing up his routine. Very nice, but I always do that. That where I call him a senior. I always forget that Cal is
Yeah.
actually a really young team.
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys have kind of been forced to mature because there hasn't really been, there's no one older than them. So Caleb really had to fill that role starting last year, really. And the same thing with Darren, even though Darren's been injured with an Achilles rupture, he's had to step up into a leader role because he's the other captain.
I see.
Yeah. So Darren Wong's absence this year is definitely can be felt on more than a few events.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that he gets out there as soon as possible and as healthy as possible. Here we go with our
Yeah.
next routine: layout punch double front, and Jeremy Bishop is gonna sit it down. He sat it down last meet as well. He's definitely having some problems with that pass. Nice 1.5 punch double full right there. And he's a little bit out of control today.
Yeah, he has to slow it down, back in his rhythm. I feel like floor is all about rhythm.
Yeah, I feel like floors is definitely an event that rides on one pass to the next, and having a really nice flow to your routine and a consistent flow will definitely almost give you a higher probability of success in a floor routine, in my opinion. But here we go. He just finished up his non-acrobatic there. He's gonna do a double twist down the side, transition, and we should be looking at his final pass here.
Yeah, it should be a D dismount.
So it looks like he's going to finish with a back 2.5. So we're going to see a lot of those dismounts from Cal, so definitely keep your eyes peeled from that. But, yeah, not the routine that Stanford was looking for following those two routines, but pretty nice. And now we're going to be looking at Noah Neufeld. Sorry that we don't have so much time to ask you guys some of these questions, but Rashawn, can you give us a play-by-play on Noah?
Yeah. So Noah's got a super consistent circle, and you can see that on his Magra and Savatos. He's got really good control on horse. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing him, but you don't see him wavering too much, and that dismount's just what you want to see from Cal. They're really looking to hit on horse, because horse is one of the events they can be really strong at. And the dismount's really probably one of the hardest parts for Cal this year. Guys are starting to lose their energy by the end of the set, and when you see a dismount like Noah's, you're probably going to get one of the better scores.
Yeah, that was a really good routine. He's been an absolute phenom for them. Him, Caleb Rickard, and and Miles Lee are going to be some really big factors to their success today and their success for the upcoming years.
So just to let people know, the Cal score is not updating. That is not from us. Unfortunately, I just got some word from the Verdius people on site. That is a problem with their software right now. So hopefully they can get that fixed up by the end of the meet. But if not, we'll make sure to keep you guys updated. Right now, Cal is at a 37 flat, and Stanford is at a 40.85. But, man, let's jump into it, man. This is Brandon Nguyen for Stanford. Brandon and I know if you've been here many a times, you know Brandon and I are JO teammates, man. And we have an absolute blast commentating him. He's a very talented gymnast, and it looks like he's getting deeper and deeper into the lineup every single week. You know, he can really put it down on floor. I believe he does the double-double and some really just massive gymnastics. So there's that double front half out to start. That's not an easy skill. Yeah, very, very, very difficult. Let's roll it back over. There's that double-double I was talking about, small hop, but still very clean from Brandon Nguyen. Rolling up into the next pass here. Nice connection pass there.
And he just has really good amplitude. All his passes are really high, and they're really landed upright. No chest down errors at all. And just really beautiful tumbling. You just saw him do his triple Russian sequence on the floor. A lot of guys from his club gym, Elevate Gymnastics, tend to do that, I'm realizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can tell like guys who are getting absolute height on these combination passes, they're looking at the ground right before they go into their second pass. That just gives them time to spot the ground and make sure they know where they're landing and where they are.
Yeah, we talk about that technique all the time, the half off to do connections is definitely the best way. And
dang,
there goes Brandon's dismount. Nice double full. That was a really, really, really clean set from Brandon Nguyen.
But we're already cooking in it, man. We're already on the next Cal routine here. We got Aiden Lee. Aiden Lee can do a pretty clean set. I know he's got a decent start, and he's been putting up some good scores. Usually he's taking silver right behind his teammate Will Levankel. Let's see what we got in store here. Nice flop work there.
Yeah, Aiden has the potential to score in the 14s if he can hit it clean.
He's got to stay on that horse, though, and make sure he can do it right. Nice woo. But unfortunately, that's 2 falls now for Cal on the Pommel horse.
Yeah, and it's really a shame. Their 2 biggest scorers, Aiden Lee and Will Levankel. And Aiden and Will both have been struggling a little bit for consistency. There's been a multitude of meets.
Yeah, of course it's one of those events, too.
Yeah, you know, we've seen it even with the best, and Aiden is definitely one of the best at this competition on the Pommel horse. But here he goes. He's going to do his Magyar right here, transition into a Shavato, and then a nice triple Russian dismount. So, once again, you know, we see a fall from Cal, but they pick it up really nicely. Pick it up really fast, and, you know, they make sure that they get the routine done the way that they wanted to in the first place, regardless of the fall. which is really good to see.
Oh, looks like we get some more votes coming in here for us. We'll make sure to throw the Pommel horse straw poll in after this rotation. But also at the same time, too, guys, remember, if you take a picture of yourself watching the stream and put it up on Instagram, we'll actually be able to dump it up on the screen here for you. And we'll be able to see all of our fans. We'll be able to start to come to terms and understand, what all of our fans look like, what you guys are doing, and how much fun you're having. So, yeah, we're excited. We're excited. There's a lot of new things that we're trying out, but it does take more people. So we actually have more people here in the studio now, just to kind of get it all done.
Yeah, just trying to make sure that the stream quality is crispy and no errors. But hey, can we get some engagement out there in the chat room? Who do you guys got for this matchup? And who do you guys got for the event winner? You guys have the straw poll there if you guys would like to vote and be an active voter on who's going to take the event title. But type in the chat who you guys got, if you guys are out here supporting Cal or if you guys are out here supporting Stanford. But here we go. We're going to be looking at anchor Blake Wilson. Really nice first pass. Nice. Another stick.
Just on the floor right now.
Blake Wilson, I believe, has put up a 14.45 in his last meet, which was only 2 days ago. So we're going to see if he could beat that or at least score within that same range.
I mean, this is a really good testament to how ready Stanford guys are for the end of the season, right? So if you can see a guy come out here, hit an amazing routine the first day, and then see them come back out again and hit another amazing routine the second day, that's kind of their testament to say, hey, we're going to be able to go out there at NCAAs and do the same exact thing. And you got to remember, these Stanford guys, they haven't even been in the gym for a month. Think about that.
Yeah, they just got back. So.
And the other guys, too, that are competing that we haven't seen, those guys have only been in the gym for a week. But great routine from Blake Wilson. Nice triple full there on the end. Small hop out to the right side, but still really good. Now, this is the routine to watch for Cal on Pommel horse. This is Will Levankel. We talked about him in the pregame show, and he is absolutely massive. Let's jump into his horse routine here.
Yeah, here goes a man. I'm going to be doing a little play-by-play. There goes a full Kier.
Makes it look easy. Oh, fighting
there
to stay on the horse.
There goes an Russian flop. Yeah, a little bit of a leg separation there, but staying on. Nice E flop in the Stockley form. It's a Stockley B.
Beautiful circles.
Yeah, he does really good circle, really good rhythm, and very seasoned competitor. Looks like Will is not going to have any problems with his consistency today, and he's going to bring his team home with a really nice score.
Yeah, exactly. You saw one little form break there, but for the rest of it, he really held it together. Josiah, Rashawn, did you have a chance to kind of get to know Will?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I wasn't on the same team as him, but when I was at Stanford, it was just across the bay, so we competed against each other pretty often. Will's a pretty soft-spoken guy, but from what I've heard from the rest of the Cal guys, he's a super hard worker. And I think the best part about his Pommel horse is that even with the fall, he can score higher than some of the guys, some of the other guys in the lineup. And so he really he's contributing regardless of what happens.
Yeah, that's really good, especially when you have a guy that has such a high start value, such like really good potential, and even if they do fall, it's still a salvageable score. But I want to point out, Blake Wilson had put up a 14.6 on the floor from a 15.7 start value. That is absolutely ridiculous. 1.1 off. And it appears that his dismount's getting better and better and easier every single time. So that's very interesting to watch. It looks like he is going to be in a really good position to take the floor title from
That's huge for Blake too, because Blake just does floor and high bar. And for someone like Tom Gleamy, you really need to be contributing a lot on your two events if those are the only events you do. And I'm sure Josiah can speak to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Tom's done a great job inside the gym, and expectations high for everyone. But he wants every specialist to be the best for the rotation in order to make the event lineup.
Yeah, and you see that going on. But I want to remind you, so while our event overview is being updated, I apologize for the Stanford scores. We do want to remind you that there is a donation link down below for the people that weren't here last time. We have brand new overlays, new straw polls. We actually did end up reaching our donation goal of the camera. We just actually bought the wrong cord and are waiting to get that new cord in the mail to use that. So we want to say thank you for all the help on that donation goal. And we're looking to raise even some more funds to improve the stream quality even more. We are doing this full time, and all the money goes straight back into the company to produce better meets for you guys in the future. So if you guys would like to do that, the Venmo code is on the screen, and we have the link in the bio if you do choose to do that.
Yeah, I think one thing we should point out too, just this is the first week post Winter Cup, so that means 5 up, 5 count. So every routine matters, and we're seeing a lot of guys get a lot more pressure on them to hit the routines because 1 point makes a huge difference if you fall.
Yeah, so we should be expecting a slight decrease in scores across the entire NCAA. We should be able to see that when teams aren't able to drop a score, that one score actually really counts. So there's a much added pressure to the gymnast and to the head coach, to the team, to put up their best lineup and to put up the best guys and have every score be salvageable at the very least. So having those falls for Cal is going to be absolutely devastating to their team score. Having 2 points off already on Pommel, so on such a very stacked Stanford team, it's going to take a lot to dig them out of this one. Luckily,
another thing about being the week after Winter Cup is that a lot of the teams who had guys at Winter Cup are resting those guys this week. So some of the other guys are getting opportunities.
Yeah, so we are missing some guys like Riley Luce, but we'll get into that in a second. This is Aiden Gusty on the floor exercise. Sadly missed that. Front 1.5, down the side, nice stick.
Aiden actually came from, he transferred over from Minnesota. He was on their club team, and he was able to just come over and immediately start having an impact, which is always helpful for such a small team like Cal.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta love it when people can come in and instantly have an impact. But there goes his arm swing, signaling that he's gonna be doing his dismount right here. Back 2.5 dismount, almost got the stick. Small step back. That was a great routine from Aiden Gusty. First guy up, and we're already getting into our first routine for the Cardinals. And this is
Matthew Zott doing a beautiful McCulloch.
Yeah, really nice circle position. Matt's pretty clean and consistent on the Pommels. He's been the first up on a multitude of different days. A little bit of a leg split right there, but no problem for Matt. Matt is able to recover extremely easily, and there goes the dismount.
Nice job, Matt.
Yeah, that was a beautiful first routine up for Stanford, and hopefully they can continue that momentum and get 4 more hit routines on Pommel and do what Cal could not.
Yeah, Matt's a unique gymnast. He's a ring specialist and pommel horse guy, and you don't see many of those these days.
Will Levenkel's score was a 13.45 with the Twitch chat. Also, we have a question for Rashawn. What are 3 areas Cal needs to focus on to improve their previous team scores today?
Today, well, one of the places that they definitely, I guess it's a little bit late to say this, but one of the places they should focus on is pommel horse, because they can be really strong there. Another event where they can really pick up some ground is vault, because they've got some big vaults. They've got some 2.5s, 1.5s, and they can really get a big score on there. The rest of the events, I think the key for them is just to hit. sometimes you might have a bobble, you might have a little slip up, but if we can keep the falls to a minimum, then we're moving in the right direction.
That's awesome. Also, shout out to the chat as Brody's high school coach is here. We appreciate the love. We're trying to get more and more JO kids here and more JO coaches. So thanks for being here. And also, all the Cal fans in the chat, guys. Shout out. Love the Cal fans.
Shout out ASU kids, Aspire kids.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. That means a lot to me that we can have a big enough impact to where people are feeling engaged enough to come out and really support what we're doing here. You know, it's really good for those young JO guys to come out and view these meets because it shows you what your future can be, what your future can hold, right? I mean, you could be one of these guys out here doing crazy routines at Stanford or at Cal, and you get to be in these amazing stadiums. I mean, the only time, some of the best memories I have in my entire life are from traveling and being on a gymnastics team and going to these different meets. And I feel like this can be a really good precursor, you know, for kids to understand, like, hey, there is a future in gymnastics. I can continue to do this. I don't need to go and play wrestling or go on the soccer team. Like, I almost did that, you know. But
I like wrestling.
Yeah, I think if any of the JL kids out there are interested in college gymnastics, doing a lot of the collegiate summer camps is a great start to just get involved and be more intent on that, because you get to meet the coaches, you get to train with some of these collegiate gymnasts and learn from the best. So I think it's a great way to start if you're really serious about getting into college gymnastics.
Yeah, I agree. But here we go with floor. This is going to be Caleb Rickard, team captain, junior, as we had been corrected on. But Caleb's a beast, man. But he's just not having the best day today. That's 2 falls in a row for Caleb, 1 on horse and 1 on floor.
Luckily, we get to see Caleb on a bunch of events, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to pick it up.
I mean, he does do everything, right? I believe he does all around. So hopefully he can kind of pick up. You know, he is the team captain, so I'm sure he'll be fine. We see a lot of guys fall on those double fronts. You know, we call it the butt bounce. Do the double front, bounce off their butt and keep it rolling.
Yeah. Well, regardless, even if he's not able to pick it up as a team captain, it's his job to make sure that his performance isn't going to affect the next guys. So he needs to make sure that he goes off this routine with his head held high and a really good attitude towards the next couple routines and his teammates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have no doubt that Caleb will be able to do that. He's always had a great energy in the gym and at meets too.
There you go. See? Plot it back right around. Got us stuck on his dismount. Good stuff from Caleb. Also, to the chat, guys, we have that straw poll. We have both straw polls up in the chat. We have the pommel horse one and the floor one. So make sure you guys vote before the end of the rotation here. That way we can get a good sense of who you guys think is going to win. We got to get more votes, guys. We got to get more votes. We got to see who's going to win. We got to know. So let's crack up into the next routine here.
This is
right now we have Ian Gunther from Texas. Formerly went to Cypress Academy, known for many Olympians like Jonathan Horton and many other great gymnasts too.
Raj Bazar.
Yeah. Colin Van Wicklin.
Yeah, he's a beast. If I'm not mistaken, he actually did win pommel horse his past meet. He scored a 13.4, absolutely massive with some form breaks. So we're gonna see what score he gets today, and that was a really good routine.
Yeah. These guys are for Stanford on horse, man. I remember the first meet that they had a bunch of their lineups back in. We weren't sure really what they were going to come out and do. But if you ask me, they look like the best team in the NCAA on pommel horse. Some people might say, oh, well, maybe Penn State. But, you know, Penn State's notorious for being a great pommel horse team. But Penn State has not been consistent this year. You know, we watch them every weekend. They have the opportunity to be the best team in the country, but they're not. And then you look at Stanford. I mean, these guys, they're fighting through the routines, and they're doing a good job, and they're all scoring really good scores, you know? So.
Yeah, that's the thing about Stanford, I think, is that it's so competitive to get in these lineups that it's not just good enough to hit at practice. You have to hit well. You have to hit better than your teammates. And that competitiveness in practice, I think definitely translates over to competition.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about competing at Stanford was just the environment. Like everyone has the same goal. Everyone wants to win a national championship. And once everyone's on the same page, that's when you start really pushing yourself to make the lineups and really contribute to the team.
That's what it's about, right? Everybody caring, everybody being on the same page. But here we go with Kyle Abe. Huge first pass to start it off. Looks like we got another vote on our Pommel horse poll there. Into a double front. Most guys you see, they do double pike, and then they probably will do a double front as well. So we saw that from Kyle there.
Play to your strengths.
Exactly. There's a nice connection pass there as well.
1.5 punch layout half. Really clean. Nice stuck landing. He definitely needed that after those 2 passes.
Nice 1.5 there. And then there's that back pike popularized by Penn State gymnast Brennan Pantasis in recent times. It's an easy B, and it's a non-acro, and a lot of guys do it. But then you see a good press there. You got to hold that press for 2 seconds in that wide arm position.
5/10 worth of non-acrobatic, so 5/10 where he has very minimal chances to get deducted.
Exactly. Then a double full there. Nice stick, and then we're going to see a dismount from our man Kyle Abe here.
Nice 2.5 dismount. Small step forward. And Kyle's going to finish up really clean. Really good set from them. Definitely going to need that after Caleb's routine. Here, we're going to be looking at Brandon Briones on the Palm Wars.
Man, Brandon Briones, we saw last week, he absolutely crushed it on the horse. Or not even last week, 2 days ago. So this NCAA finals for this kid right now. Let's see what he can put up.
Yeah, really nice circle form. And like Josiah said, he is known for his beautiful form.
I mean, look at that. That woo was absolutely textbook. Right into
nice
tongue fei, right?
Back raw.
Oh my gosh, back raw stays on the horse, keeps it rolling. That's exactly what you want to do. That's the exact fight that you want. And then we're going to see a dismount here. Can he get it up? No. I wonder if they're going to give that dismount credit, if they're going to have him repeat.
I think I'm going to give it credit if I was a judge.
Yeah, you can see.
I think he went far enough into a handstand, and I just get off and take the B credit. You see Tom Gleamy right there talking to the judges on site, asking whether Brendan got credit for that.
He reminds you of the Patriots coach. What's his name? Bill Belichick. You know how every time like there's something crazy that happens on the field and you see Bill, he's like, yeah, and then you see him in the post game interview, and he's like, yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. I apologize for yelling, and then he like walks off.
It looks like Brandon has to repeat his dismount though, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they're gonna kind of fall from him.
But and falls off on the wrong side there.
But so Brandon is gonna take a 1.5 off, one point for the fall, and then 5/10 for falling on the wrong side of the palm war. So his score is gonna be looking a little bit lower. But other than that, actually, I probably would have gave him the dismount if I was a judge. But other than that, that was actually a really, really clean routine from Brandon. And what's important is he has such a high start, and because it was such a good routine, having those falls actually isn't going to be too terrible of a score.
Yeah, here we go, Noah Newfield, man. There's that sequence we talked about, right? If you do a double pike, you're probably doing a double front. Man, I hope our commentators are in our YouTube chat, man. Our YouTube chat is talking you guys up, man. You guys got to get in there. But also shout out to the Twitch chat as well. But
Noah Newfield is absolutely crushing it. All his landings so far have been clean and very precise, and I hope I don't jinx it with my commentator's curse. This Noah is definitely one of my favorites to watch on the Cal lineup, and as he just absolutely cooks all his routines. Yeah, and as soon as I say it, of course I jinx it, and he misses a handstand. Nice one arm. I don't know whether the judges are going to count that as a 1-point fall or just no credit on the skill. But he's going to finish with a back 2.5 dismount, stuck landing.
get that flag up, boy.
Well, let me get my green flag for you guys. Green flag for Noah.
Love it.
And if you know a little bit of recent history about Stanford gymnastics and Cal gymnastics, Noah is from the same gym, Wolga, as Ryan Shepard. And Ryan graduated When did Ryan graduate, Josiah?
I think it was 2019. Well, he took a fifth year actually. So he was doing
Right.
his master's in sustainability.
Really smart
That was
guy.
his last year competing.
Yeah, I remember Ryan Shepard. Ryan Shepard was a really big part for Stanford's success.
Hmm.
Here is the man, the myth, the legend, Brody Malone. Somebody mentioned in the chat, what do you think about Brody making the Olympic team? For me, I think Brody can
Um,
do it.
oh
I
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So as we're watching his routine, we no more introduction on Brody. Everybody knows Brody's a beast. I think he can make the Olympic team. I don't think it's gonna happen this year. I think there's people that are better than him in the NCAA circuit that
Nice.
can take the
Beautiful
crown from him.
dismount.
But he definitely has a shot, and if he goes to trials and he proves me wrong, I'll be the first one to say he did it. No problem. Not no hate to Brody. I just think it's not going to be his year this year.
I think Brody's chances are definitely they're definitely better now because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
I think he's gotten more time to train upgrades and consistency, um, and he's only gotten his chances have only gotten better in the last few months.
Yeah, his chances definitely have only gotten better. I wish we would have been able to see him compete at Winter Cup with all his upgraded routines, because as we've seen, Tom has been giving us a little bit of a watered down Stanford just because of load management of Winter Cup guys and some other things. But
Shout out for the followers,
yeah,
guys.
thank you,
Appreciate that.
DK Dan Kamenko. Oh, Dan Kamenko. Hey,
Cal alumni.
yeah, that's the alumni of US Gym as well.
It's a funny little story there.
What's up, man?
But here we go, man. Yuchen Lee, Cal, beast. This kid is a beast. We've watched him every single weekend, and he's put it down every single weekend. I think he is probably Cal's most successful all-arounder that we've seen come out this year for sure. And as you can see from that pass right there, that's a triple
He
full.
sticks that triple full third pass all the time.
Yeah, and he does it so good. Yeah, to the chat, go Yuchen Lee, man. This guy's a beast.
We gotta ask him whether he wants to be called Miles or Yuchen.
I know we need to have him on the show.
Yuchen, if you're playing this back or anybody that in direct contact with him, ask Miles or Yuchen, and then also tell him to come on the show. We really enjoy it. But
But
he
here
just
we
did
go,
double
last
full
pass.
down the side, and we're gonna be looking at his final pass here.
2.5.
Nice 2.5 dismount, small hop forward, really clean stuff from Yuchen.
Great routine.
Yeah, he is an absolute beast on all events that he touches.
Man, here we go, J.R. Chow. We saw the return of J.R. Chow about, I think it was like a week and a half ago. But he can put it down on the horse for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, JR's he's been plagued by minor injuries the last like year and a half, and he had a really rough preseason this year. He was dealing with back spasms. So it's great to see him back on horse. Really hope to see him back on high bar this year because he can put a huge set down too.
Well, JR is a pretty proficient palm horse and P-bar gymnast in the JO circuit.
Whoa!
And you just saw him fly through his dismount almost same way that Brandon did. And I actually don't mind that because at least he was going for it. He swung that dismount up as if he had it, and he just was just a little bit off balance. So, sometimes it happens to the best of us, and it looks like they're gonna count his score actually, and we're gonna transition to our final routine. Still from Stanford. This is gonna be from Colt Walker taking his all around spot.
Yeah, I guess they're letting Colt do all around today. He did not do all around on a Friday, the last day that Stanford competed. But something I wanted to point out, man, Yuchen Lee, 13.85. Really good score from Yuchen. He starts at a 15.1 today. I think normally he starts a little bit higher than that. But, good stuff from Yuchen.
I think one of the people in the chat wants to see the horse scores.
Yeah, we're working on that. I didn't realize that they actually didn't switch with the change of overlays. So we'll definitely get those horse scores up for you so you could see. But
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
14.5.
let's get into it. Thank you, AZN Gymnast, for the new follow. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll put the Pommel horse scores up. The problem is today, since it's in person, everything is like swapped around. So all of our overlays are messed up. All of Verdius's stuff is messed up. But we're just rolling with the punches, trying to get it all to kind of work in together.
Rolling with the punches. Nice Mikulak to start. Really nice amplitude on that. Nice seat scissor. And people consider Colt Walker being a floor and vault gymnast, but let me tell you, he has a very sturdy swing on Pommel horse. Nice E-flop right there in the Stockley form. Nice 2 circles to a Russian flop. D-flop. Nice Roth. You see, for a floor and vault guy, people never talk about his Pommel horse, and he has really proficient Pommel horse work.
I'm a little surprised he
With a
wasn't
really
in the
nice
lineup.
circle.
That was a really good set. Can you get the dismount up? Yeah, you can.
Absolutely no major errors, and it was a really hard routine. E-flop, D-flop, Roths, and a really nice dismount. Good stuff from Colt Walker.
Yeah,
Cole
I hope.
Walker's only a freshman too. I think we should mention, and I'm really excited to see will be in the next 3 years. He's a former junior Olympic team member, so I think we're going to see a lot of big stuff from Colt in the next coming years.
Yeah, so let's kind of talk about scores here. Brody took the event title with a 14.50, and we see Yu Chen Lee right behind him in third place with a 13.85. So right behind is a little bit of an understatement. Brody absolutely crushed it today. And then we saw Ian Gunther, it looks like, in third place with a 13.75.
Yeah, really good stuff. So, yeah, these scores. I want to point out Brandon with the one fall and landing on the wrong side of his dismount. He only scored a 12-1, which is not bad at all on Pommel horse. It's definitely not a meltdown. Definitely not the score he was looking for, but a 12-1 for what he did on his Pommel horse routine is actually a very, very, very good score. And that just speaks how good Brandon is as a gymnast. Like I said, he's very clean, and when you stay clean, you can afford to make a couple errors. Rashawn, can I get an awa?
Who's asking?
Let's take Angel Haro.
Tell Angel I'll send him a snap.
Yeah. Yeah. Colt Walker, more like Colt Ryder. Yeah. Seriously, man. Seriously, he absolutely killed that Pommel horse. But we have the event overview up, so I want to say, if you guys do choose to donate, the donation link is there in the right to scan on your phone's VENMO QR code, and we also have a link in the bio. And all donations will be read out on screen. And we're looking at an event total right now of 135.85 from Stanford to 128.9 from Cal. So about a 7-point deficit.
So it looks like we did get one donation in here from Bryce Elite Girls from Will Fleck. It says $25. So thank you out to Will Fleck. Really appreciate that. That came up on the Venmo. That is pretty much the easiest way to donate. We have the other link in there if you don't have a Venmo, and that will be displayed on the screen. But we got somebody from the Instagram, man. They hit us up. I'm going to throw it over into here. You can see they're watching up on their big screen TV. They got us up there. So shout out to the fans. Shout out to everybody that's got the stuff up on their screens that they're watching us. It means a lot, and you're helping save gymnastics, which really means everything. So really appreciate that, guys.
That's a nice TV.
Yeah. I don't even have one. I don't even have a TV that big. Matter of fact, I don't even have one. I have a monitor that I have to use. It's pretty trash.
So as both Stanford and Cal both completed pommel horse and floor exercise, who do we have as event leader so far on both events?
So for floor, we're looking at Blake Wilson is taking the W on floor. And for pommel horse, we have Brody Malone with a 14.5 going to be winning Pommel. So 2 Stanford victories right now. So let me ask you, is there a chance for Cal to take some event titles?
I think Pommel's was their best chance. All Stanford really needs to do is hit because their start values are helping them so much. I think that's the name of the game for them all year, to be honest.
Yeah, they're just so much stronger than every other team in the NCAA in start value and especially in execution as well. They execute better than everybody else. So
I think Michigan and OU definitely are giving them a run for their money this year, though. They've got some really good guys, and Vitali, and then Paul Judah and Cameron Block. Stanford definitely can't take it easy, and it doesn't look like they are.
well, they can't. Not when guys are this good, especially with talents like Paul Judah. You can't really give it any your competition any edge. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think OU is out with what's his name? Gage Dyer. So he's out right now, but once he comes back, I think OU is already like back up there with Stanford and Michigan too. So they're not even at full power yet.
Not even. But neither is Stanford as well.
I think a big thing for all the teams is peaking at the right time. And so everyone wants to peak at NCs. They don't want to peak too early.
And this is such a strange year. We had Brody Malone. He opted out and then decided to opt back in. Do you know anything about that decision for him to opt back into the season?
Josiah, do you?
I do not, unfortunately. My guess is that because this season didn't matter anyways, because everyone's getting their eligibility back, and he's still training for the Olympics, you might as well just compete for the team too because it's such a great environment and great.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Yeah. So the reason the Winter Cup guys on Stanford were staying in Texas and Riley's in Sacramento is they didn't want to have to quarantine. They had a mandatory quarantine once they would come to campus, and they didn't want to do that right before Winter Cup. And so they were training wherever they were training before then. Brody was training with some of the guys in Texas, and if you heard about the weather out down there, they were pretty much forced to quarantine down there anyways. And so by pulling out a Winter Cup, I think it's definitely good for Brody to get some competition experience through NCAA. And so that probably factored into his and Tom's decision.
Yeah, it looks like we already get started with the gymnastics. Here's Trevor Girolamo on the rings, and wow, that's a huge double-double.
Yeah, Trevor's absolute beast, ring specialist there, out from Virginia.
Trevor's from all over the place, man. We have name tags in our locker room, and on his location, he has all over the USA, I believe. So he's a well-traveled individual.
That's important. That is definitely very important. Looks like we're seeing our first vault from Cal.
Double full, small step back, good vault. That's how you want to vault. Obviously, you want to stick every single vault you do, but that's a fantasy world, and that will never happen. But the thing is, for Cal, they do a couple double fulls. I believe they do a double front. Not sure if they're going to do it today. And then they do a 2.5. Thanks for the follow again. Appreciate the love. You can also sub on Twitch now. We just unlocked that. So if you want to go on to Twitch and just sub, if you have a Amazon Prime account or something, you can actually get that for free. It's pretty simple. But
hey, Elise.
Oh, that last vault was that was a new one for Cal. That was David Rauschberger, who had been dealing with some stress fractures earlier in the year. So definitely good for Cal to get him back.
Yeah, really good. We have seen the absence of a couple guys in the Cal lineup, probably due to COVID. I haven't been able to talk to any of the guys, and looks like they got David back. So David is here, and he's been contributing very nicely. Surprised that he wasn't in lineups earlier, actually, as he's been a pretty integral part to their success in the past 2-3 meets. But here we're going to be looking at the rings champion of the last meet, Ian Gunther. Ian Gunther is famed in my world for his rings dismount.
Ian Gunther is a beast, bro.
I mean, just watch his strengths moves.
Watch how level everything is. Watch how good the holds are. That's a beautiful Maltese. Picks up a little bit of swing there, but it's absolutely massive. Right into a back upright straight planche. That's really good. That's a very difficult skill. Right into a tuck Yamawaki, into a pike Yamawaki, into a laid out whip it into a straight planche. That's hard. Trust me.
I don't believe anyone else in the NCAA does that.
Nobody does. Some people do tuck whippets, but not pike whip it, but nobody's doing a laid out whip it into a straight planche. And then you see a beautiful press there. Stanford's got such good handstands, something I always really admired about Stanford, especially as a ringman. 2 giants for our friend Ian here, and then we're going to see a big dismount.
Watch how long he holds onto the rings in this dismount.
Yeah. The only people that do it like that are, let's think. Who does a laid out half in, half out?
Nobody does it like that.
Nope, there's one guy.
A lot of the older gymnasts, like older Olympians, like Jordan Yachev, used to do it like that.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Jordan and gold medalist 2016 Rio. Who is that? Come on, Josiah. I know you know this.
I have
Zanetti.
Zanetti.
Nice double full again from Cal. That is from Aiden Gusty. So it looks like they're going to be competing in lineups of all double fulls, trying to stand to the Stanford difficulty, and especially on vault. I mean,
yeah, for Cal, I feel like their strategy today for vault is just to be better than they were last week. If we're being 100% honest, they're not going to beat Stanford on vault. It's not going to happen. Stanford put up a 73.25 last week.
Thank you
or
for
on
the
Friday.
new follow, Ethan Delargamo.
There's no way. There's just no way that a team that doesn't do 2.5s could touch that, even if they stuck every single vault. But
well, we're gonna get to see Caleb Rickards 2.5.
Caleb Rickards 2.5 has a chance to take the event as an event winner for sure if he sticks that joint.
And Kyle Abe.
But here we go, Colt Walker. I don't think we've seen him do rings yet. I feel like the rings lineup over at Stanford is so stacked. It really is ridiculous. But let's see what else Colt has kind of got in store for us. A cast into a back upright straight planche there. Really good stuff. Giant. A lot of good giant work over at Stanford, like I was saying. Good pike Yamawaki into a beautiful tuck yam. Every guy at Stanford does that sequence so much better than what you can see other teams do. I mean, usually you only see maybe 1 or 2 guys do that sequence, that beautiful tuck pike yam into an L and have strength.
Nice kill the swing.
And beautiful dismount. Got the stick. That's only a C dismount, but it's still done beautifully.
With the green flag, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
To the chat as well. The reason we don't have the sound yet is because I have to buy a new soundboard, and they're really expensive. But there's that double front I was talking about earlier. But unfortunately, that's a butt bounce from Kyle Abe. That hurts. That's hard to walk away from.
Cal is not having the meat that they need.
They are not. They have had a couple of falls today, and that double front right there could just show that hurts. That hurts.
Colt Walker, more like Colt Stronger, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Those straight planches are not easy. I think they're actually harder than a Maltese.
Yeah, that's not true.
Sorry.
I don't know. Josiah, what do you think? Straight planche or malt?
Dude, Maltese is hard. There's no question about it.
Really? I don't know. My body type made it a little bit easier.
Here, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you can't do a straight planche. You could do a Maltese. You train Malteses probably 5 times as much as you train a straight planche. So by the time that you feel like you're strong enough to implement a straight planche into your routine, you're like 25 for us, normal people.
Okay.
If you're on Stanford, they got a different way of looking at that. But for you and I, when we were training, I mean, I didn't put a straight planche into my set until I was 22. So, and I was strong. So think about that. Like, it really does blow me away that these Stanford guys can do that.
Speaking of strong guys, here's Matt Zott, as Josiah mentioned earlier.
Let's see what this boy can do. That's the best Maltese I've seen all day.
Yeah, his lines are perfect. You want to talk about good Malteses. Just look at that. Boom. I love the way he rounds his chest there. That was something that I always really liked. Josiah did as well. He had a really nice kind of like shoulders in position on his Malteses. But beautiful yam sequence there into a really nice back upright straddle planche. Little bit of wavering. Yeah, a little bit of wavering. You don't want to see any movement in the legs in that. But the fact that he can snap into that position so effectively just goes to show, maybe that wasn't his best one he's ever done, but he's consistently going to be there. So
Nice giant. Look at that handstand work from Stanford. That's a sign of a good coach. Everybody has not missed a handstand yet. And he's going to be going into his dismount, half and half out, tucked.
got that stick, though, man. Got that stick. All right, let's kick it back over into Cal, man. This is Yu Chen Lee. I know we're just flying through this. It really, I want to talk to Josiah more about some rings, but it's like, man, we're just flying by routines.
Yeah, I'm a little biased. I do love talking about rings.
Oh, I know. But here we go. Yu Chen Lee. I believe he does a 2.5, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he should be doing a double full unless he got a lot better really fast.
Maybe I am mistaken. But here we go. Double full from
Could pull
Yu
an
Chen
Asher
Lee.
Hong and just chuck a 3.5.
Yeah, we could. Wow. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Good stuff. Look at that pop off.
Yeah.
He's ready to rock.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just good as a 2.5 to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, see.
See the ground, spot that, stick it down, make it look nice and pretty.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. Akash in the chat talking about Malteses all day, straight planche impossible. Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, when you're training strength your whole life, some skills you think like, oh, eventually I'll be able to get it, and then you're just done training, and then maybe you just don't get it. But there's definitely a possibility to get every single skill as long as you kind of like. I think as long as you're consistent. Consistency is king.
Yeah, so now we have the anchor, Brody Malone. Former All-American on this event, too.
Yeah, Brody did go out and All-American on like every event that he touched. And you're going to see why. I mean, that is
That's a strong
now
pull
the
right
best
there.
Maltese that we've seen today. Yeah, it's just extremely flat and a really nice hold. Absolutely no movement. Nice back apprise to top planche. Really beautiful lines from Brody. Brody doesn't give away any easy tens. The judges are not going to be hitting hard on any of those. Nice pike yam, tuck yam into a really nice back apprise straddle L. Beautiful press handstand with his arms off the straps. And for the viewers, if your arms are on the straps, that is a deduction. Really nice front giant there. I mean, this rings routine is essentially textbook, and it's extremely difficult to do. So this is some really good stuff. Just normal half and half out dismount for him. And he's also going to be getting the stick. And if I had to guess, he might be able to take the rings title from Ian Gunther. Ian Gunther put up a 14.1. So,
Yeah, these are great scores from Stanford right now.
yeah, their lowest score is a 13.3, which isn't low at all. Highest score being the 14.1 from Ian Gunther, as we previously talked about.
All right, here we go, big man, Caleb Richard. See what he can do. 2.5. 2.5 gets the
Whoa!
stick. Gets that stick.
So there goes Caleb coming back.
That was electric.
Look at that. That's
Woo,
two.
bro.
That's two vaults back to back. The energy in there right now is busting. Those guys are like sweating, feeling good. They're probably coming back, high fiving so hard their arms hurt. They're gonna go up to rings, and be like, "Man, I shouldn't have high fived that hard on that vault, man." I already know.
They're gonna hurt their arms.
That's Caleb's second stick this year, too.
It is.
I would hope to see the triple next year, actually. He said he's going to train it after season.
We've seen so many triples. I mean, it seems like the NCAA as a whole. I know the international guys figured it out way before the U.S., but
Yeah, they did.
it's starting to move over to America, and we're starting to figure out those triples, and I'm starting to see them way more frequently.
Kosh
Yeah,
Modi
well,
in the
I mean,
chat. Caleb Rickard, more like Caleb Stickered.
Yeah.
I love that.
who said that?
Kosh Modi.
Oh, thanks,
That's
Eddie.
the
Akash showing some love
Cheerio.
for the cow side.
Yeah, he is sick. Yeah. Thank you, Huge, for the follow. Huge 1234. Really appreciate it. He sticks that more often than it should be possible. Yeah.
Really though, yeah.
Speaking of sticking, I'm looking forward to Curran's vault in this next rotation.
Yeah,
Curran,
current.
just similar story to Brandon actually. Last year, Curran went 2 days without missing a stick on vault, and they were all Yurchenko 2.5s. So he has figured something out that a lot of people haven't.
He definitely figured it out. He was like Anton Stevens, if you know who that is.
Yeah, that
That's
was a
you.
crazy,
You definitely know who that
crazy
is.
streak from Nebraska.
hmm
Yeah, absolute insane sticking spree from him, and I think Curran's gonna have that same type of success. He's gonna be able to dial in. I know last year he was sticking them left and right, and I mean, all it takes is one day for someone to figure it out. But here goes the event overview as our script is gonna be getting updated. Right now we're looking at a score of 204.7 from Stanford to 198.75 from Cal. And once that gets updated, you'll be able to see that on screen. Do want to remind you, as we are in our break, that we do have a donation link down below, and we do have our Venmo QR code up there if you guys do choose to donate to us mid-meet.
Yeah. Also, make sure you guys are on that Instagram. You know, we want as many people to know about the meet as possible, and we thought a great way to do that would be to go out and post yourself watching the meet, tag us, and then we'll be able to show it up on the stream here. We've had one guy do it already, and the more people that do it, the better. It just gets better and better and better and better every time. So we're excited to kind of see what some of these new features can bring to the table for us. I'm teaching Fabian today how to run the stream, so hopefully in the next couple of days, once Fav gets a little bit more acquainted to the stream, things will run even smoother and smoother. So, but yeah, it looks like our event overview updated here. Good ring score for Stanford there. What do you think, Josiah?
Yeah, it was great. Just to touch back on the previous events, I think what we were seeing from every Stanford gymnast is that when they go into their strength position, they're hitting it right away. There's no wobbling or movement. That's something Coach Tom really emphasized for us, is just hit our position and hold it. So they did just that. And then another thing is the stuck dismounts. So I think we had maybe 3 stuck dismounts, if I counted correctly. Those go a long way.
I will check right now. Stanford had 2 stuck dismounts. Matt Zott's dismount actually didn't even count as a stick. It was I probably would have given no deduction, but it wasn't a stick.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I raised the flag for him as well too. You know, I feel disrespected by the judges. They don't trust my judgment.
I'll talk to them after the competition.
Yeah. So in the chat, looks like the rings judges are equally representative. One of them is repping Cal. One of them is repping Stanford. So we should see some pretty even scores, or even scoring from the judges.
Whoa. We just got a donation. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. We got a donation from Brandon McCormick for $250. Love this format and commentary. Keep it up. That is the biggest donation we've ever got. So, wow.
Brandon McCormick's a huge supporter of the Cal Men's Gymnastics program, so shout out Brandon.
Shout out Brandon. Thank you so much. That's massive. That allows us to keep doing this, and that also allows us to get even more and more stuff to make the stream better and better and better. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but we got lighting in here now too. So
we got the lights up. We even bought a camera yesterday.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for helping us reach that donation goal.
And that's because of the community. And we've even brought editors on. We have people here helping now. We're doing all kinds of stuff to make it better so we can grow gymnastics, make it into something better and better and better. But here we go. Kyle Abe, first guy up for Cal on rings. There's that sequence. You're going to see that all day today. It's a cross into a back lever. It's actually a B to a B. It's a really easy B. We've talked to many Cal guys about it, and that's how they're kind of able to get some easy Bs in there. Nice Yamawaki sequence there from Mr. Kyle into a backup rise L. And we're probably going to see the giant. And then the rings 1-2. What do you think, Gideon?
I mean, it's just a really clean set. It's a really good lead-off score from Cal. It's not the hardest set, not the easiest set, but a really good score. And you see him finish it up there with a nice double layout. So
Yeah, throwback to Josiah. Josiah, I've seen you do many double layouts.
That was my specialty, if I do say so myself.
shout out Z Loading in the chat. Yeah, Jelani is not competing just so you don't even have to look at the lineups because I know what you're in here for. That's my old teammate from JO. But there goes our first vault from Stanford. It's starting off with the stuck landing from Brandon Briones.
Oh my God.
Stanford is not here to play, bro.
Yeah.
If you weren't here on Friday, which I hope you were, if you were here on Friday, you know Stanford scored the highest score on vault in the NCAA in like the last, I think, like 3 years or something insane. So
Yeah, Brandon got that Yamin.
looks like they're trying to already break the record again. Looks like they're trying to maybe go for a 74, which I don't think has ever been done before.
Yeah, one way when I was on the team, I used to motivate the team was if I told them if everyone stuck their five-man dismount, treat them all to a steak dinner. So if we can see this, maybe that'll be enough incentive.
You know, if they go 5 for 5 on vault, I'll pay for their dinner. I will.
Shoot, I pay for their dinner if they went 5 for 5.
Everyone could get a Chipotle burrito at $8.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's what I get.
Oh yeah,
That sounds like a great sponsor for this event.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I'd love some Chipotle.
We are actually looking for sponsors. So if anybody does have any small businesses or home businesses that they want shouted out during the live stream, feel free to DM us, and we could definitely talk about some rates for some rolling sponsors and some stuff.
Yeah, because in our post-game stuff, we are averaging about 1,000 views now as well on our YouTube stuff. But let's go, man. Aiden Gusty up for Cal on the rings here.
Yeah, really nice handstand work. A little bit of shaking in his hands, but not in his body position. Nice half and half out dismount.
Can he get that stick? He got that stick.
It's a stick. There goes our sticks train.
Yep.
And it'd be absolutely wild to see it on vault. Colt Walker is he used to stick his 2.5s like it was absolutely nothing in JO. If you go to his Instagram, I mean, he has a stuck 2.5 at every single meet. It's actually ridiculous. So let's see if he's able to capitalize on the hype of his teammate Brandon Briones. Here he goes.
Come on, Colt. That was almost a stick. If we got Fabian in the studio here, he gave me that look like, yo, that was massive.
Yeah.
It looks like all of Stanford's like, I don't know if you guys have ever like watched a team that does double fulls, or excuse me, 2.5s, but then they water down for a meet and do double fulls instead of 2.5s. This team looks like they all do triples and they're watering down to 2.5s.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a thing. I think a lot of these Stanford guys can do 5-6 vaults. Like we're talking like triple full. So maybe by end of the season we might see that. But
they're only going to get deeper next year when they get people like Taylor Burkhart. It's like there are people who can do like very good 2.5s who aren't making lineups on Stanford.
Yeah.
Taylor Burkhart, Coy Young.
Wow.
We saw at Winter Cup do a handspring Randy. Riley Luceray doing a handspring Randy. So those are both 5-6 vaults.
Yeah. And then probably in another 2 years, you guys will have Asher, and he'll be doing probably a quad by then. Putting up like a 16.5 start value.
I heard.
Wait, that's not official, right? Asher hasn't committed anywhere?
No, he has not committed anywhere. No,
that's just word of mouth. But
the reason I say that is just because I believe Stanford is just going to be dominant for the next couple of years, and given that Asher's probably the best JO by far, I just assume him going to the best school.
Yeah, most likely. Well, we got 132 people watching the stream. Hello to everyone, and thank you guys for coming out here and spending some time watching some gymnastics.
Yeah, man. Trying to make it fun. So here we go. This is Will Levankel for Cal on the rings. Saw him put it down on horse earlier. He's got some good swing in him. You can see that pike Yamawaki into that tuck Yamawaki into a back rise straddle planche. So you really want your feet not to drop in that skill. That is going to be a deduction. They're probably going to get him quite a bit on that. But let's see if he can clean it up for the rest of the routine. I know he's got some good handstand work. Presses up into a really nice handstand. He's waiting to kill the swing there. Waits to the correct time. That was very, very, very good. Nice back giant. Swings down into that front full. There you go. It's an in-locate. That was an A into a, I believe a front full was a C dismount. So really good stuff coming out from him. Man, I love that the chat is popping off today, you know? A lot of times when we're chilling, sometimes it can feel just like a echo chamber. But thanks for the chat. But this is Brandon Nguyen, my old teammate. We saw him take home the vault title on Friday. So
does Brandon have the potential to stick this vault, Isaac?
Of course he does. He scored a 14-8 and he didn't even stick it last time. So let's see what he can do today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he is, I say.
Yeah, see, the crazy thing is they're vaulting just as good as they did on Friday, but at the same time, they already are counting one stick, whereas on Friday, they didn't count any sticks. So if they actually beat that 70, I think it was a 73.25 on Friday, I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to do. That's just so cool. Like, you never see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see a 74 eventually from these Stanford guys. They only go up from here.
Right. What's more impressive is that they're transitioning from kind of a makeshift setup in their gym to a real competition floor. Like they're on basketball hardwood, but they're doing just the same, if not better, which is exactly what you want to see.
You know, I want to point out the scores. Brandon Bionis with a 14.8 with the stuck vault. Colt Walker with a 14.55 and Brandon Nguyen with a 14.45. And they're scoring slightly lower than they were, but I feel like the scoring is more consistent today than it was the last time because the vaults haven't gone down in amplitude or especially not in landing. No. It's just they're just getting scored lower.
A little bit harder.
They are getting scored lower proportionally, which is good.
Yeah, consistency is key. Here we go. Noah Newfield, back upright straddle planche just started off. Right back into another planche, looking like my old teammate Braden Borromeo. Fob's looking at me right now. But
what's up, Bobo?
There we go. Pike Yam, Tuck Yam. This is literally Braden's old routine. I love it. Back upright straddle L, and then we're going to see a press into a handstand in two giants.
Giant.
To me, for all the JO kids out there, for all of the prospective people that are in the NCAA that cannot do a Maltese and have good planches, this, if you have a double-double, is the best, by far the best routine construction that you can have. If you have good giants.
Ooh, hot take. Josiah?
Nice double layout with the stick.
With what Isaac's saying.
Yeah, do you agree that is the best ring structure for no Malteses, no crosses?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you don't have a Maltese in your routine and you're doing super clean straddle plunges and handstands, and that's the best you can do, then that'll go a long way.
And
Ian Gunther, his freshman year was just like that. He had beautiful plunges, beautiful handstand work.
Oh my god!
And he All-American on rings too, so I think it goes a long way.
Yeah, it definitely does. That was Zach Martin for Stanford on vault. He just did a beautiful 2.5.
What's a straw poll like? Who's winning vault?
That's
Brandon and Curran are currently tied, and Zach Martin has one vote. I think anybody could take it. I'm going to even hop in the straw poll right now, and I'm going to go vote. So if you guys can, go scroll up in the chat and go vote for the straw poll because it's now starting to get a little interesting.
It is getting a little interesting. Don't forget, you can vote for those Cal guys too. I mean, it's a little late, but at the beginning of the rotation, you can't vote for the Cal guys. But let's roll it back up. We got our last guy up, Yu-Chen Lee, the man, the myth, the legend. Backup rise cross came in a little bit high. You want to be perfectly level. There's that sequence
Nice.
I've been talking about, that back lever. Really good stuff from Yu-Chen. See what he's got next. I believe he does. Yep. There's that swing through into a tuck yam, into the pike yam, and then backup rise L.
Nice press handstand. You could see why he's been an integral part to their lineups because he puts it on multiple events. Nice front giant there. His back went out a little bit, but he got it back. Nice back giant. He is shaking in this handstand. Let's see if he can pull it back together. Nice 1.5, and 2 steps back, and he was able to salvage that. So really good stuff from the anchor there, Yu Chen Lee for Cal. And we got some more votes in the chat on the straw poll. So thank you guys for that engagement. Brandon and Curran are actually still tied. I actually went in and put my vote in for Curran. And we're about to see if Curran could take it from Brandon. He's the only one that can take it currently. Here he goes.
Oh! He threw it away. He threw it away.
Oh, my God.
He was going for it.
Next week I'm calling it. Clip it. People in Twitch, you guys got that function. Clip it. They're going to stick all their votes next week. For how close they just got, it's going to be hard for them not to stick it. And that was an absolutely insane rotation for Cal
it was.
and for Stanford. So to recap the Cal scores, we have Kyle Abe at an 11.85, Aiden Gusty at a 12.0, Will Levanko at a 12.45, Noah Neufeld at 12.9, and Yu Chen Lee at a 12.0. And for the Stanford guys, we have Brandon Briones at a 14.8, Colt Walker at a 14.55, Brandon Nguyen at a 14.45, Zach Martin at a 14.5, and Kern Phillips at a 14.6. So
Yeah,
Brandon
would have won
Briones,
with the stick.
Brandon is going to take it, and it came down to the stick.
Man, Brandon Briones is on fire today. I mean, that kid is doing something else.
Well, let's. I also want to talk about Yu Chen Lee. Yu Chen has also been put it down today. Some nice stuck vaults, a really nice rings routine. Nice floor routine as well from Yu Chen. Really good to see from these guys.
Go ahead.
I was saying, it's really good to see when 2 guys on opposite teams are going out there and they're killing it. It's really nice to see those little matchups and just seeing 2 guys get hot. And Caleb Rickard also going out there and sticking his vote.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him and his family. His family is usually in the chat. I usually see them by now. So if they are watching, hello. And if not, hey, you guys always used to watch. And
yeah,
Caleb is going out there and he's picking it up, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just saw from that rotation, man. Cal can do some really good rings. The thing that I enjoy about Cal's rings a lot is that they don't do the hardest start value, but they work really well at what they're good at, okay? So they go out there and they do a beautiful, beautiful job of just doing what they need to do, and they make it look easy, like our chat just said. They do it very easily. I know he's talking about Curran's vault, but when you have to just kind of work with what you have and be the best team with the best guys that you have, Cal does a really, really, really good job of that. What do you think?
Yeah, the thing about Cal and even some other teams right now is that they're short on guys, whether that's due to COVID or just due to the number of guys on your team. A lot of guys are having to step up on events that they don't usually do. So you might see some guys start to specialize in college, but if you're on a team that has only 9 to 10 guys, you're going to have to keep training all around sometimes. And we're seeing that with Caleb. We're seeing that with Will. Will probably didn't expect to be in the ring lineup so much this year, but just because of how short they are, Will's getting that ring experience.
Yeah, so I actually called him a Pommel specialist when I first saw him, because I noticed that he only had competed Pommel for his freshman year, but this year he has definitely stepped into a multitude of events, rings being one of them, and also P-bars as well, if I'm not mistaken. We can see Will Levanko as well.
And I was talking to Caleb, and Caleb's on the Pommel horse lineup. And he told me he doesn't want to be on the Pommel horse lineup because he wants there to be guys who are better than him. But for now, he's just putting his head down and getting to work on horse. And the good thing is next year they're not losing anyone who's graduating and they've got a few big recruits coming in who can really make an impact.
All right. Well, we're while we're waiting for this, you can see somebody has tagged us on Instagram, so now they're being featured on the page here. So if you guys do want to be featured on the stream, take a photo with your phone of you guys watching the live stream, however you guys are watching it, and tag us on the Instagram. But I wanna put up the event overview one more time, if we can get that.
Yeah, the guys are just warming up right now. These are not routines, but
I,
we're gonna throw the event overview back up for us here.
Yeah, so I want to put the event overview back up. Stanford put up a 72.9, so even with the adjusted scoring that they got, I think they're getting scored a little bit harder. They still put up a 73, and Cal almost broke a 70 on Volt, making this their best event to date, which is it's really good to see. And they also put up a 61.25 on Ring, so they could have been a little bit cleaner there, but overall, some really good stuff. And I do want to remind you guys, we do have that donation link down below in the bio, and we also have the Venmo code if you guys do choose to donate. We have a multitude of things that we want to do. We see Brian Perla in the chat talking about the straw poll. We do have ways to improve the straw poll, and we do have ways to improve the quality of the stream. We recently went out there and bought a camera, so thank you guys if you guys are followers of the show. You guys did see that we had that donation goal, and we have accomplished that. We're just getting a cord to set it up. I actually have it here on my desk. But if you guys do choose to support the stream, we have that avenue, the Venmo QR code, and we have the link in bio. So thank you for that. The straw poll has went out for you guys to start voting. I'm gonna go and take my time to go vote on the straw poll, and I am thinking that this is for high bar. So because it's an in-person meet, you have to vote a little bit differently. For high bar, I feel that Curran Phillips is going to be able to take it with some really good Coleman work and some really nice angles. I think Curran Phillips will be able to best Brandon Briones and Blake Wilson also on high bar. I don't really think anybody from Cal can touch Curran or Brandon Briones on high bar. I think on P bars that would be a more interesting matchup as Cal's a little bit more competitive start value wise there. But I'm gonna cast my vote for Curran right now. And guys, please go out in the chat if you guys do choose and go vote for whoever you guys think is gonna take the high bar title.
I'm excited to see Colt's routine, actually. Colt's gotten a lot better at high bar over the course of the last year or so. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he can put it together in a meet.
Yeah, he definitely can. I'm gonna be really excited to watch him. Colt has a really sick P bars. But this is Brandon Nguyen, freshman. We've seen a lot of freshman action on these Stanford lineups, and
yeah, I'm really proud of these underclassmen. Being undermanned before Winter Cup, a lot of these guys had to step up, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job.
oh, definitely. You see, Brandon's gonna finish with a double front, pretty large step forward, but a pretty good first routine for Stanford. They don't really need any big or crazy routines going into these last two events. Right now, they have a 17-point win and a 17-point lead on Cal, and they're gonna need Cal's gonna need a multitude of meltdowns and some really good routines for them to take the W. So Brandon just staying on the equipment is going to be very good for him.
Yeah, but here we go. Colin Cunnane, man. This kid can swing some high bar. good handstand work. That's something I really like about Cal. They have really good lines on high bar for sure. There's that flying giant. We want to see more amplitude on those flying giants, man. Got to get those a little bit higher. But laid out half and half out, and a stick coming out from Colin Cunane the way it started off.
So Colin has not missed the stick this entire season.
Yeah, actually, that's 5 meets in a row that he's stuck a dismount off a high bar.
Like I said, that's the way it's supposed to be. If you're looking at the ground, especially for that long, there's no reason not to stick.
All right, man.
That guy's like 6'1" or 6'0" or something. He is huge. You see the guys pulling the mats back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Colt Walker. This is what this was an anticipated routine. And I think we got some people in the chat thinking that he's going to take it here. Don't forget to vote in both those straw polls. We got the first one is the P-bars one, and the other one's the high bar one. But beautiful peach to handstand there. Small hand movement that will be a 10th. Nice giant. Wow. Nice moy there. Straight-legged moy. Making it look easy, making it look clean.
Release moves.
Making it look easy. Making it look easy. Oh my god.
Nice to pelt right there. And Cole is just an absolute monster in the P-bars. Under the bar, above the bar.
He looks like
does it
Shane
all.
Wiskus, man. Oh my gosh. And he does a stutz that late in the routine.
A lot of the Stanford guys have the routines formatted to do stutz ninth skill. Really nice double pike. And that was a good second routine right there.
That was really clean.
I don't know if anybody's in the straw poll, but if you guys cast your vote on Colt, that was a pretty good vote right there.
Yeah. I believe Stanford's got some crazy P-bars, which is going to be fun to watch. But here we go. This is Kyle Abe for Cal on the high bar. Do our guests want to say anything about Kyle while he's on his high bar right now?
Yeah, Kyle is a powerhouse. He's got some big skills that he can throw. We haven't seen all of them, but I know he's working triple backs on both rings and floor. If we don't see it this season, hopefully we'll see it next season. And he's most likely going to compete as triple back on high bar. But yeah, this guy he has some real talent, and it all just comes down to whether you can convert it from practice to competition.
Well, let's see if he's going to chuck that triple here. He's cranking that dismount around. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, unfortunately, doesn't get the landing. Cal and their landings today have been way off from what they're used to.
Yeah, do you think it has anything to do with this being an in-person meet and them not being super comfortable?
Absolutely.
It is. Yeah, I think it has an effect. This is the first time they're traveling, so they're not in their practice facility or their regular competition gym. Usually, you'd want to prepare for that. I can't tell for sure if that's a factor or not.
I mean, as somebody that's competed traveling, and I know all of us here have traveled and competed, for me personally, I always felt like it did have an impact on me, but maybe it can be a personal thing. Like, some guys actually excel kind of in that different environment. For me, especially when I was younger, I didn't excel in that environment. But as you get older, you can start to kind of like grip it and understand it and use it as kind of a way to do even better gymnastics. But you have to kind of come to those terms on your own, right? But here we go. Next guy up, Ian Gunther. This is a big set. We didn't see a hit from him on Friday, but just watch this. That's a beautiful whip it up into a handstand there. And then
That was a very unique start, too. No one really does the free hip entry.
Yes, exactly. I believe only Ian and I think it's Curran do that.
Yeah, so
and they're the only guys in the NC.
We got 2 votes right here for Ian. So for the 2 people out there, this is your guy. And
Yeah.
he's going out there and he's cooking it.
And you can see that beautiful to pelt, nice Healy there, right? And that's textbook. You can't do it better than that.
Yeah.
The way he flowed that was perfect.
Roethlisberger.
Here we go, Roethlisberger. Oh no!
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Roethlisberger is a D, and Ian is the only guy I've seen in the NCAA do it, and at least since I've been in the NCAA about 5 years. So really good stuff. But
Especially that good. He sticks it so frequently.
I know.
But this is my boy right here.
Noah Neufeld, man, this kid's good. I talked to him quite a bit on Instagram. He's quite the Instagrammer, to be honest.
Oh,
and
really?
Oh yeah, and
influencer over here.
little influencer
Shout
guy,
out
but
at Noah Neufeld.
yeah. But you can see, he deserves that attention. His high bar is so immaculate. I love his handstand work. Look at that stall there. It's perfect. It's right up into a handstand. I'm not taking anything on that. He's cranking it around for this dismount. Laid out half in, half out. Looks like he took a
missed
small
landing.
hop. Small.
That's pretty
I think Noah
uncharacteristic.
Can put some bigger release moves in his set. He can really contend for some of these high bar titles at meets.
Oh, definitely. I have my pick on high bar with Curran, and I also have my pick on Curran for parallel bars. We're gonna watch him up next, and you guys are gonna see why I voted for him with my.
I think P-bar's going to be super close. I mean, you got Brody in here, Curran. If Thomas Lee was here too, he's definitely up there for contender. And then do you know if Blake Soon's going to be competing as well or no?
Blake Soon is not competing today, so it looks like he's just taking a break.
Yeah, Blake's got a huge P-bar set.
I mean, the P-bar scores are absolutely insane. We're looking at a 13.2 from Brandon Nguyen, which was already big enough. And then we have Colt Walker put up a 14.1. And his teammates, Ian Gunther, put up a 14.3. So Curran and Brody are expected to go higher than that.
Yeah, it just keeps going up and up and up.
I'm predicting 14.45 for Curran.
Actually, I'm gonna say he scores higher than that. I believe Curran starts at a 15.9, if I'm not mistaken. So
we'll see if he upgrades or not, because he's capable of doing. Oh, he just did it.
Yep, there's that.
He is OC.
Curran is so comfortable with Healy, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
That
right into
is-
the Peter. I love how
so
they do those
floaty.
pirouettes, like out of all of their bigger skills, and they do it really, really fluid. And then there's that whip.
Yeah, well, the front upright pirouette is part of the circuit at Stanford, so you got to be comfortable with it.
Ah, okay. There we go.
Really big stuff. Only mistake was he had a Healy where he stepped back slightly a little farther.
Yeah, this is the only deduction so far.
Super big to pelt right there, and his routine still isn't done. He has a Diam in a quarter.
Oh my gosh, Diam in a quarter is the 8th skill.
Diam through.
Then here's that dismount. Oh, I guess not. I guess he just does a front uprise and then does a double pike, correct? Yep. Is that double pike? Got the stick. Wow.
He gets the stick. So
Wow.
error in the Diam in a quarter. That second to last skill.
Yeah, once he can kind of figure out how to get that Diam in a quarter as what, 8th skill, which is
8th skill.
that's ridiculous. Once he gets that, he's All-American for 100%.
You know, he's still an All-American with that.
Yeah, probably. But here we go. Next guy up for Cal. This is Yu Chen Lee, man, the myth, the legend, man.
What's up, Miles?
Love to hype him up. There's that flying giant that we always talk about.
Please drive that thing up. Learn a Kovac,
Yeah.
and then we'll drive it up.
Stalder, really blind change. Just keeping it clean for Cal here. Not the biggest difficulty, but they definitely like to keep their swinging elements very clean. Laid out half in, half out. Doesn't get the stick. Looks like he steps off the mat a little bit there. That isn't really a deduction, but it will cost him a couple of tenths in the landing.
That's really uncharacteristic.
Really
Cal
winding it
normally
up for that
sticks all
dismount.
dismounts.
Yeah, I know.
They actually go out there and stick 5 for 5 dismounts, and today they've only stuck 1 from their event leader, Colin Cunane.
I mean, it's expected that Colin's going to stick. You know, you could put a blindfold on that kid and he's still going to stick.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out.
five meets in a row, you just don't do that.
Yeah, shout out Colin. Really good guy. Met him in the JO circuit, but current score comes in at a 14.0. So current is not the P-Bars champion for the Stanford side. We actually haven't even watched. I always forget that this is an in-person meet. We haven't even seen what Cal has put up on P-Bars. Maybe they could beat some of these scores out.
It's going to be tough.
It'll be tough, but it's definitely not impossible. A 14.3 is definitely doable.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Brody Malone, man. We're going to see that same unique start. I guess 3 guys on Stanford are doing this start. That is so cool. Free hip right into a Healy.
That's an F Valley skill.
Just to start off.
It's
right?
it's like doing a
Peters.
mock hoots from a front of prize.
Yeah, Stanford's starting the new trend, it looks like.
Yeah,
So it's actually a G. Sorry, I thought it was an F. It's a G.
oh my
I'm
gosh.
being
Well,
corrected by
there's that
Bob.
whip it. Very, very, very clean. Pirouette work as well. Nice little moy there up to the end of the bar. Then a to pelt. press right up into a handstand. I mean, Brody just makes it look easy. It really,
Everything's to a handstand.
yeah. And it's perfect lines. I mean, look at his handstand right there. He does that better than me fresh on like a Tuesday just messing around. And he's doing it eighth skill and still got the most
Here
perfect
comes
line.
this man. This is going to decide whether he's going to take the P-bar
Double
title.
back.
Double back with a step. Oh, it's going to be tight for him now.
Yeah,
to take the P-bar's crown.
I'm a little curious.
I think Brody will still take the crown in this event.
I think I think part of it is coming out of quarantine. I think maybe Tom doesn't want these guys going for their full sets.
Well, if Curran Phillips at a 15.8 is not his full set, then I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Curran actually didn't have to quarantine recently. It was just the Winter Cup guys.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, there's that laid out Tkachev from Caleb Rickard. He can do some good high bars.
Such an unorthodox
this guy can
tap.
fly.
But
It is.
it's always on the bar.
He catches a little bit behind the bar as well. Like, he finishes not above the bar in his Tkachev. He's always kind of like behind it, if that makes sense. I don't know. But here we go.
I understand what you mean.
Stalled it right up into a handstand. Flying giant. That was a good flying giant. Cranks it around. Can he get the stick here? Oh,
So there it goes.
There we go.
So there goes Captain getting the stick. And
Yeah.
after his unfortunate first two events, he has really turned around. Stuck 2.5. Really big high bar routine.
and that's what we said he was going to do, right? We knew Caleb was going to come back out there and do a really good job because that's the type of guy that he is, right? He goes out there. He may have a rough start, but he is the team captain, and he's team captain for a reason, right? So he's going to go back out there and do the best gymnastics that he can do. But it looks like we are ending the rotation, and we're going to get our event overview up here. And then we'll also, after that, we'll get the straw poll set up for you guys. But let's throw up into... Hold on.
Oh, you know what? One of the comments reminded me. Thanks, Aiden. Brody was having some foot issues, which is why he didn't do too much on Friday, and that's probably why he's doing C dismounts.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, he ended up taking the dub in within his event at a 14.35, beating out Ian Gunther's score by a half a tenth. I mean, so like minuscule.
Yeah, 14.35 for Brody Malone, and then it looks like Caleb Rickard taking home the high bar title for Cal at a 13.15 with the stick. That's a really good set for Caleb. We've seen him miss actually that laid out Tkachev a couple of times. So to see him come back out there and do a really good job, that's what's important.
Yeah, and Caleb's coming back from shoulder surgery a while back, and so he said he hasn't been able to train Tkachev as much as he'd like to. So I think ideally he'd be able to start doing more Kovac skills because he does have Coleman that he can compete.
Yeah, that's going to be a treat. Yeah, all the JO guys need to go to the Stanford camp. So if you guys don't know, if you're a prospective JO watching or if you're a parent looking to get that going, the camps are a good way to get your name out there and learn from some of these collegiate guys. But the event overview is on the screen. You could see Stanford put up a 69.95, which is absolutely crazy, and Cal put up a 61.45. And we do want to remind you that we have the Venmo code right there, and then we also have the link in the bio.
Yeah, that's like a vault score on parallel bars. 69.95.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's massive, man.
The Stanford parallel bar team actually beat Cal's vault team.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm having a
that's
hard time
insane.
wrapping my mind around how this level of discrepancy can exist between like just the NCAA. Like Stanford and Cal are both NCAA teams, right? But the thing is, for some reason, it seems like Stanford right now is just so far ahead of like not just Cal, but every team in the NCAA. Like nobody else is scoring a 69.95 on parallel bars. That's ridiculous.
I think one thing to note about Cal is they're not funded. So Cal actually doesn't have any athletic scholarships available. So it's definitely difficult for them to compete in the recruitment process with teams that are offering a full ride to some of these gymnasts.
Absolutely. Money talks, right? And that is kind of the problem. But here we go. Got another guy up on the Instagram. Shout out. Appreciate the love, man. That's what's important. We love having as many people as possible. Oh, looks like our guy managing, unfortunately, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. Thanks, guys, for the Instagram shout-outs. Those mean a ton. Is Stanford going to hit a 415?
With the 60 on high bar, 68, probably not.
Possible.
It is possible, but I don't see them scoring a 68 on high bar.
They'll definitely put up they're definitely gonna put up a 410.
And here we go, one more. Looks like they're shouting out Brody on Pommel, saying it made it look easy. So shout out to our other Instagram. Man, I love this. This is really cool. I love that we can get some interaction with the guys. This is super, super, super cool. So thanks to everybody that's participating over on the Instagram. Also, remember, the straw poll for high bar is already in the chat. So if you want to partake in that, it's already there. You just click on it, man. I think it says high bar and then the straw poll thing. So you can just go in there and we can really get it cracking here.
So who's your vote on for high bar?
Who's my vote on for high bar? Let me go in.
The top 3 currently are Blake Wilson, Brandon Briones, and Kern Phillips, and I am the one and only vote for Kern Phillips. And I'm ready to prove everybody wrong in the chat that Kern is the real deal on high bar.
Who am I gonna say for? I'm gonna say one of the Brandons. Can I pick 2?
I'm out to Isaac. I think Brandon Briones is going to take the crown on this event.
Yeah, I mean, it's just if you've ever seen Brandon Briones do high bar, you know what Josiah and I are talking about.
Him and Kern were only separated by a few tenths. I think 1 or 2 tenths.
Yeah.
On their in their last meet, and Kern actually had a messed up angle on one of his talks that really cost him. I think with a good set and maybe even a slightly more deductive set for Brandon Briones, I think we could see a Kern high bar takeover.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a good matchup. I think they do 2 different styles of routines. Kern does more like Kovacs and Coleman related release moves, while Brandon is more of a Tkachev expert.
Yeah, that is very accurate. I've never seen Brandon Briones actually compete any Kovac style elements, where Kern is really good at doing that Coleman, and he does it really textbook. Like he separates his legs just at the end, so he's gonna need to work on that in the pit, just doing a couple fulls. And
Brandon's Kovacs is it's massive. I've seen him do it in practice a few times, and it's huge. And his Coleman.
I competed with Kern at championships, and I just remember seeing it. It's so high off the bar. I don't know how he's not afraid.
All right, but here we go. Aiden Gusty on the P-bars, man. Let's see what he's got for us today. Aiden is a really good leadoff for Cal on P-bars. Cal does some very clean P-bars, so let's see what they've got for us today. Nice peach to an L. Probably going to see a nice little press handstand here. Yup. Every time you see a peach to an L, I mean, not really anything else you can do out of an L besides a press, right? So it's intuitive. There's that double front half out. Whoa, Aiden Gusty with the double front half out?
Yeah, that was really nice. It's an F value dismount.
That's a big dismount. That's no joke.
All right, looks like they're going for it.
Neat for Aiden.
Yeah, awesome.
Cal's going to get some really good practice in here, as Stanford almost ran off with the meet.
Yeah, but here we go. Blake Wilson, man. Blake Wilson on high bar. Stanford guys on high bar can put it down. So I feel like this is going to be really exciting to see what they've got. Let's watch this routine here. Beautiful Yamawaki to start off. Yamawaki half, but then gets a little bit stuck up on the swing out. Bends his arms. It's probably going to be about 5/10. See another Yamawaki. That's a just normal one. No half there. Looks like a straddle up, and then let's see a jam or a talk half there, but really late. He's probably going to get deducted pretty heavily on that. Oh my gosh, fingertips on that straddled Tkachev there.
Tkachev was so late.
Very late. But cleans it right back up in those in-bar work there. Doing very nice stuff. Really nice pirouette there at the last part of the routine.
Blake Wilson does not miss sticks.
Can he get this?
Oh my God.
Cannon, your commentator's curse is terrible.
Yeah, you guys are jinxing them a lot this whole meet.
Yeah, for real, man. But nice stuff from Blake Wilson. Saw some really good in-bar work there, and then also I really liked his Tkachev. I thought that was really pretty.
Yeah, his Takachi was a little late for me, but the way that he caught it was very lofty, and you love it when you see releases that are lofty and not very hard working.
But here we go. Caleb Rickard. This can be his last routine of the day. We've seen Caleb on, I believe, every event. Am I wrong, Kenan?
Yes, we have seen him on every event so far.
He's doing an amazing job in the all-around today, doing a great job putting it out for his team. Remember, he started off rough with those 2 falls, but then he came back, got that stick on vault, and then also got that stick on high bar, taking home the gold for Cal on high bar. So let's see what Caleb's going to do up here on P-bars today. I'm hoping that he can put down an amazing set, which we all know he can. Nice peach up into a handstand. There's that beautiful handstand work for Cal into a nice giant. Let's see what else. Front uprise, but he travels pretty far there.
I believe that's by design, actually.
Okay. Nice
What's
moy into
so
the middle.
impressive, these guys who are so tall and they're able to clear the floor without touching it.
Yeah, you got to really bend your legs up and make sure, because every time you scrape the floor, right, that is a big deduction. So there's that peach into a support, and then remember, every time you see a peach into an L, you're probably going to see a press. And then we're going to go up into a nice dismount here. Double back from Caleb. Doesn't get the stick. Takes a small step back. Caleb actually I've seen do a double pike many a time, so I'm a little...
Caleb actually learned a double pike this year. And he put it in for a few meets, but it seems like he's taking it back.
All right, now we have Colt Walker, freshman.
All right. I believe... Did we get to see... I'm not sure if we got to see Colt do...
No, we haven't, and I've seen Colt's routine on Instagram, and
Oh my gosh.
it's absolutely massive.
Yeah, there you can see right there from that Yamawaki.
Nice
Beautiful
Kovacs
stuff. Looks like
and Tkachev element.
does he... That's a Coleman right there. Beautiful work in the Kovac element. And we're going to see a Tkachev here. Nice laid out Tkachev. This is massive coming out from Colt Walker here. Oh my gosh. He makes it look so elegant, so
that's another
easy.
one.
Straddle Tkachev, so simple, so easy for Colt here. Nice blind change coming up. What else does he have in store for us? See a jam here. There's that talk half. A little bit late on that talk half, but he's going to get
cranking
this
the
dismount. He's going to get it. I already know.
Oh, he's a freshman, guys. He is a freshman.
I know we're
Sometimes they miss
sighing.
landings.
I know we're sighing, but let's be honest. That was an amazing high bar routine. I mean, really.
Yeah, that was very clean, very very elegant, like you were saying. Hit every release too, perfectly. So can't complain there with that routine.
No, you can.
And that's a routine that'll be just as useful next quad, because he's got variety in his release categories.
Yeah, Colt Walker definitely has a potential.
Well,
Definitely
here
has
we
potential.
go with the
NCAA and international potential.
next guy up here for California. We got Kyle Abe. Saw him do that triple back off the high bar in the last rotation. And as Rashawn said earlier, he is working a triple back on floor. So when we can see that, that is going to be an extremely exciting thing to spot. But let's watch his P-bars. Looks like a peach up into a handstand, catches it a little bit low, and is going to press that up. Does like a handstand push up there. That is going to be a large deduction into a tapelt. Nice press up. Good stuff so far from Kyle Abe. Moy
Nice.
into the middle.
And
I'm not sure if he meant to do a Moy or if he meant to do a
oh no, he definitely meant to do it.
meant to do a Moy there.
He would have raised his legs.
Okay, good point. But nice press up.
Just gearing up for the end of his routine. Nice
Double pike.
Double pike.
There's the double pike. Yep.
Yeah, really nice from Kyle Abe. That was just really good routine. Nice finish, and it looks like we're going to be getting ready for our final 3 from Stanford or final 2 from Cal. This is
Yeah, so
Brandon Nguyen.
Brandon Nguyen.
All right, man. My old teammate, Brandon Nguyen. Let's see what he's got. I think Brandon has the opportunity to actually take the high bar title. He just needs to add all of his difficulty back in, and I'm not sure if he's going to be doing that today, but I know he's doing a Kovac element here. There's that Coleman. Beautiful stuff from Brandon.
Done really well.
And looks like he's gearing up for a Tkachev here. Nice laid out Tkachev. Beautiful stuff.
In his taps.
Absolutely amazing. We're going to see another Tkachev. Nice straddle Tkachev. Nice swing over the top. No deduction in that. basically textbook, right up into a Stalder pirouette, or excuse me, Stalder blind change, into an endo, right up into a beautiful handstand, and it looks like a Yamawaki. Nope, that was just a Yamawaki heck tap. Yep, right up into a pirouette. Nice Stalder there, counting his B's, making sure he gets all of his difficulty. Laid out, half in, half out. What is going on?
So there's really not been that many sticks on high bar today. Maybe there's something going on with the Stanford mats because
someone needs to tell them they'll pay for a steak dinner or something.
Yeah. Give them that steak dinner.
Josiah, next time, bro, you got to send out some messages and be like, I'm gonna be commentating you guys, and if I don't see sticks on everything,
yeah,
they're buying me a steak dinner, right?
Yeah. But here we go. Next routine for Cal, cooking through this rotation. This is gonna be Noah Newfield. Noah can also do some really good P-bars, so let's see what he's got in store. There's that underbar cast to start right into a whip it up into a handstand. So really powerful start for our friend Noah.
Very common start to whip it into the Healy.
Yep, really clean Healy. That's a confidence skill, right?
Signs of really good P-bars workers.
Mm-hmm.
And the peach handstand.
Yeah, he makes it look easy, right? And his handstand work is so clean on everything that he does. There's that front uprise, goes right up into a handstand, and then let's see if he's going to do a nice Diom. Takes a small little hand step there, but not bad. Do a pirouette, and looks like a peach back into the middle, and then we're going to see a press handstand and a dismount.
So we should be expecting a double pike from Noah Newfield, and hopefully he can get a really nice landing. Oh, looks like he's gearing up for a front dismount. Nice. Double front, and he's going to put it to his feet. Really nice little upgraded dismount there.
I don't think he made that the last time they competed.
No.
It's looking like the Cal all-arounders are finishing the meet really strong, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, right, because that's what's going to kind of carry them. That's what's going to kind of carry them, especially later in the season, right?
So
qualifying.
I am the only one.
Curran Phillips. Let's see if you meet your expectations.
Yeah, I am the only one that actually voted for him to win high bar.
Man, I already know. Curran is going to blow Cannon's expectations out of the water. Watch this.
Catch.
Yeah, yes. Coleman, and then we're gonna see probably a Kovac there. Yep, and he's way above the bar. Makes it look like it's easy.
Stay clean, Curran. I need you.
A little bit late on that skill there, and then we're gonna see a talk full. Yeah. Nice work. Nice. You don't see a lot of guys do that. And it looks like, talk half there.
Nice angles on both of those.
Mm-hmm. That first talk full, we haven't really seen anybody do that, so that's really cool. Then a laid out, half in, half out, and finally we get a stick from Curran Phillips. So let's go.
Nice stick. So
great day for Curran.
I love that energy.
He is definitely going to be in first place on the high bar. After that, he's probably going to beat out Brandon Nguyen's 13.1. It's all going to be up to Brandon.
Brandon Briones, man. But here we go. Yu-Chen Lee over on the P-bars for Cal, man.
These are the last two routines, so I want to say thank you to the guys coming out here. And let's kick it off with Yu-Chen Lee. Final routine from Cal.
That is so clean. I love that sequence.
Miles is really comfortable on P-bars. You can understand.
Yeah, Yu-Chen Lee is just one of those guys that can just do an entire day of gymnastics and still come out and do a beautiful set for his last routine. I mean, he's making this P-bar set look like butter. Let's see his double pike. Doesn't get the stick, but still a really solid routine from Yu-Chen Lee. Doesn't look like anybody on Cal is going to be able to match Stanford's prowess up on the parallel bars today. But, as of right now, we're still waiting on Curran's score to come in. 13.35. I believe a 13.35 is tied with Caleb Rickard. Nope. Caleb scored a 13.1. So looks like Curran has beat him out. But currently on high bar, we have Caleb Rickard in second place.
We're waiting for Brandon Briones. That is the man who is has the potential to take the high bar crown today.
Oh, absolutely. But he's got to hit this routine. So Yamawaki to start off. It's the most common start that we see a lot of guys do. And that endo up there. I wonder if he's going to be doing his full difficulty today, just given he hasn't had too much time back in the gym. But there's that laid out Tkachev. Absolutely massive. Makes it look like... Yeah, he makes it look so easy. Straddle Tkachev. I'm not sure he's going to be doing too much difficulty, but he's doing everything so perfect. I haven't really seen any deduction yet. That's a
Oh, that
dog
was
full.
that was perfect.
Yeah, that's textbook. The way he stops, literally stops in a handstand. That was a little bit late on that talk half. His talk full was actually better. And then you see the Stalder up into a beautiful handstand quas right there as well. So,
Nice quas. He's gonna do one Roboco right there.
oh my gosh, that's a
And
quas half.
It's a little bit of a far angle. But
And
really
then
nice.
let's see this dismount here. If you can put up a nice laid out half and half out, gets the stick. Yeah,
He's gonna take the high bar crown.
I don't know. Curran,
It's gonna be a close one for sure.
Curran did get a stick as well. I think it's gonna be close. I wouldn't say we're just gonna hand it off to him. But the score for Yuchen Lee came in at a 13.6. So with a hop, that's really good from Yuchen.
Yeah,
We've-
solid score for Cal.
Yeah, we saw Cal do some really good P-bars today. You know, they started out a little bit rougher, but I feel like as the meet went on, all of their all-arounders kind of pieced it together and did a really, really, really good job. But we're going to throw our event overview up now. As we're going to throw our event overview up as we're just waiting for our final score to come in. It will update as time goes on. But we want to thank everybody for being here today. It looks like Stanford is going to take the crown today.
And Curran took high bar. He did it. My one vote.
Yeah, Curtin ended up taking high bar. He scored a 13.35, and Brandon Briones with a 13.0. So, as you can see, Stanford didn't break that 415 we were talking about, but they did get a 412, which is pretty massive. And then on the side of Cal, we see a 386.1. So, massive stuff from Cal and great stuff from Stanford. We'd like to also take this time to say we have that donation stuff. This is the end of the meet. We really appreciate everybody for being here, and those donations that you guys provide allow us to not only continue to do this, but at the same time allows us to make better and better and better content to make gymnastics as good as it can possibly be, right? And to move it into the future and make it something that's better than it was yesterday, right? But all of that requires funding. So, looks like Cannon was the only one that got that prediction right up on the on the straw poll.
Respect my analysis, guys.
Yeah. But we do appreciate everybody being here, to the Twitch chat, to the people in the actual stream itself. It really does mean the world that you guys are able to come out to these and support Stanford and support Cal and support men's gymnastics as a whole. Shout out to all the JO gymnasts that came out today. Shout out to all of the JO coaches that came out today. Those are the people that we want to be here every week because you are the future, right? So if you are a JO gymnast, shout out in the chat. Shout out to the coaches as well. That means a lot because, you know, like I said, you guys are the future, right?
Oh, I also want to say really quickly, if you guys are looking to get some advertising for a small business out there, hit us up on Instagram, and I'm sure we could roll a rate for you guys to be featured or sponsored on the videos and the live stream. We are averaging about 1,000 views per YouTube. So if you guys are interested in that, contact us on Instagram.
To also say, too, for the sponsor stuff, you can also email me at thegymnasticsnetwork@gmail.com. That is our professional email. So if you want to reach out that way, that is also a way. Or if you want to help with the show, we are looking for video editors as well, as I'm sure you guys have seen some of the other stuff that we do. Because we are working on building some hype clips for all of the guys, like as the meet starts and as the meet goes on. I thought it'd be a really cool way. We're trying to do some intro stuff, and I also need somebody else to come on and do some other graphical work for me and all this other stuff. So we're just expanding, making it bigger. But here we go. We're going to shout it out. We've got some more Instagram guys here. Got a cool Instagram show out here from Samira. Shout out Samira on Instagram. Thank you so much for participating in this today. That is so cool to see that. We really, really, really do appreciate that. And then it looks like, I believe we have one more here as my technical guy is pulling that up for us. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, just click it and then go to the next one.
Yeah, big shout out to all the fans, especially the people in the chat. Make it super engaging and more fun for us. Love all the questions you guys are asking.
Yeah, chat was really great today, guys. We really appreciate how consistent everybody was. It was really cool to see the everybody like pop off. Shout out to Tim T. We appreciate that. Connor as well. We love that. We love that you love the network. Quinn, Tim, everybody, film, everybody. All of your feedback, all of your love is super, super, super appreciated. So as we're winding down, I want to thank our commentators here for being here with us today. You guys did an awesome job. It was super, super, super cool to spend some time with you. So why don't you guys take a moment to tell everybody where they can find you, as well as what you do now or any information you want to share with the public, and kind of your views on gymnastics as a whole. And we can sign off here. So why don't you guys take your turns and speak your pieces?
Roshan, you want to start?
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to start.
all right, I can go. All right, yeah, like I was saying before, thanks for everyone watching. I'm Josiah Ang signing off. You can reach me at Josiah_Ang on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm Roshan Tupal. You can also reach me at Roshan_Tupal on Instagram. Yeah, no, this is this kind of evolution of gymnastics to become more of like a streaming thing and more easily accessible is huge. And I think it's really big for the future of gymnastics and men's gymnastics in particular. So I love what's going on here. Keep supporting it. I'll keep supporting it. And hopefully I'll see some of you guys at meets once we can actually go to them in person.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate it. So now we'll just leave the event overview up and play some music for you guys just to vibe out and slowly leave the live stream. Thank you guys to all the viewers for coming. This was a really fun live stream. And yeah.
Yeah, I had a blast today, for real. As the network gets bigger and bigger and we have more of an impact on the community as a whole, it warms my heart for sure. But if you are a repeat viewer or somebody from another team or somebody that's in JOs, know that every time that you're here, you're helping save the sport, for real. It doesn't matter if you donate. It doesn't matter if you sub on Twitch. None of that. If you're here, that means you care enough about the sport to try and make an impact. So thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you guys, I believe, either next week or on Wednesday. We got some more meets lined up for this week, but we're going to leave the donation stuff up. And like we had said before, you can reach us at the Gymnastics Network at Gmail or reach out to me on the Instagram. So we really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time. And thank you so much for a fun and exciting meet. It was a blast today. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, well, I mean, props to you for making this happen. It's like we're just showing up.